Children, now come to the metallic property of an element. The metallic property is nothing but the electropositive character. Now let us see first what do you mean by electropositivity of an element. Electropositivity means how the element of an atom give the electron, it give the outermost electron in such a way that it become an electropositive. In such a way that it become an electropositive. Listen children, the element of an atom, how the electrons are given by the element of an atom, it leads it to becoming electropositive. See now, this hydrogen is there, is having only one electron in their outer motion. The electropositive character of this hydrogen is very easy to give up their one electron, outermost electron. Now come to the lithium. Lithium, observe here, from the nucleus to second shell, there is a distance is there. This electron is easily removed by the atom. It give up ping of the nature is easily, and the removal of that outermost electron is also easy. Now compare to the sodium. Now observe from the nucleus to outermost electron. Outermost shell electron is high. The distance is high. This electron is removed by this atom very easily. As here what happens? The electropositive character of elements in the first group goes on increases. Goes on increases in such a way that the metallic character is also get increases. When we compare to hydrogen to lithium, lithium to sodium. Children, we know that sodium is a element, is a very strong element, and it is a metallic character. Sodium is having the metallic character. The metallic character of the element is also get increases. Listen children, electropositivity means how the element of an atom it give up their outermost electron. How much forcefully it gives the electron, it become a more electropositive. It become more electropositive. Now let's see what happens when we go down the group and across the period. Children, see now, in the hydrogen there is only one shell is there. It is having one electron. It takes some energy to remove this electron. As now compared to the lithium. Lithium is having one electron in their outermost shell, but the distance between nucleus to this shell is quite more. As due to this reason, here energy it takes or it needs very less energy to remove this electron. When we compare to the sodium is need not to having the energy to remove this electron. As what happened here, the electropositive character goes on increases when we go down the group. The electropositive character goes on increases. As the electropositive character is nothing but the metallic character or metallic character, as the metallic character of the element is also get increases when we go down the group. Now come to the across the period. As second period elements are lithium, beryllium and boron. Respectively, the electronic configuration is there. According to the electronic configuration, we can roughly draw here the diagram of the atom lithium. Lithium, beryllium and boron. Now observe here, the distance between this nucleus to this outermost shell is large, is quite large. The removal of this electron is very easy. When we compare to the beryllium, this is having two electrons in their outermost shell, and the size of this atom is quite small compared to the lithium. The energy is needed to remove these two electrons, and now come here, the size decreases and it needs the energy to remove of this outermost electron. What happened? The electropositive character here is the electropositive character of the second period elements get decreases. rate it receive the electron from the neighbor atom, it become a electronegative. As it forcibly receive the electron from the neighbor atom, it is get more electronegative. And it is difficulty to receive the electron from the neighbor atom, the electronegative character is less. See children, electronegativity means how in which rate the element of an atom receive the electron from the neighbor atom. Firstly, it receive the electron from the neighbor atom, it is having more electronegativity. And it is difficulty to receive the electron from the neighbor atom, it is less electronegative character. Now let's see what happens in group and pairs. Now come to the pair group. The first group elements are like this and the diagrams are like this. And see now the force of attraction between hydrogen to this electron. He is having only one electron, he is having one shell is here. The force of attraction is very high. As here other element of an atom is there, it easily receives the electron from the neighbor atom. Here the electronegative character is high. Now come to the lithium. Lithium is already having two shells. The nucleus, the distance between these two and outermost is quite large. Here there is an atom, another atom is there, but it is difficulty to receive. It is not so easily attracted by other atom of element. It is difficulty to receive the electron from the neighbor atom. Here the electronegative character is less. Now come to the sodium. See now the distance between nucleus to outermost shell is high. It is difficulty to attract the electron from the neighbor atom from the nucleus. It is very difficult. The force of attraction between this nucleus to outermost another atom electron, it is difficulty to receive here. As the electronegative character of this sodium is very less. What happened when we see down the group? Is the electronegative character that decreases. Electronegative character of the elements when we go down the group get decreases. That means the metallic character, non-metallic character get decreases. See children, now see, take for example sodium. Sodium is a metal or non-metal? Yes, sodium is a metal, automatically the non-metallic character get decreases. It shows the sodium is a metal, but hydrogen is non-metal, lithium is a non-metal, but sodium is a metal. The non-metallic character get decreases, automatically it finally gives metallic nature. Next, now we come to the across the period. See now lithium, beryllium and boron. Now observe one thing here, distance between the nucleus and outermost, nucleus between outermost shell, nucleus between outermost shell. See children, the receiving is quite tough. The receiving of electron from the neighbor atom in case of lithium is tough. It is a electronegative. The electronegative character of this element is less. Now come to the beryllium. See children here, distance between nucleus to outermost shell is small, quite small when we compare to the lithium. It is the possibility to receive the electron from the neighbor atom. The electronegative character is quite large when we compare to the lithium. Now compare to the boron. can easily say in which place the element is present, and it shows the metallic character or non-metallic character according to the electronic configuration. Okay children, all of you take these notes. Children, now come to in-text question of the page number 34. See what is asking in the first question. How could the modern periodic table remove various anomalies of Mendeleev's periodic table? Is what are the changes occurred in modern periodic table here? They are asking like that. In the modern periodic table, elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic number. This removes the anomaly present in the Mendeleev's periodic table. And atomic number of cobalt is 27 and nickel is 28. Hence cobalt will come before nickel even though its atomic mass is greater. The third anomaly is all isotopes of the same elements have different atomic masses but same atomic number. Therefore, they are placed in the same position in the modern periodic table. These are the anomalies gets changes in the modern periodic table. Now come to second question. Name two elements you would expect to show chemical reactions similar to magnesium. What is the basis for your choice? Children, here we have to choose two elements that gives same chemical reaction as similar that of magnesium. In our periodic table, calcium and beryllium are similar to magnesium because these three are coming under same group, because all the three elements belongs to the same group and have two valence electrons in their outermost shell. Children, I told you valence electrons plays very important role in making the bond and in involving chemical reaction. Here all are two valence electrons. Is due to that reason all are shows same chemical properties and same chemical reactions. Now come to third question. Name the following three elements that have a single electron in their outermost shell. Yes children, the single electron present in the outermost shell, that is we have to see in first group. The first group elements all are the examples are all are the elements to become an answer to this question. Now let us take only the three elements from that. Lithium, sodium, potassium are the elements having single electrons in their outermost shell. The second, B, two elements that have two electrons in their outermost shell. Children, the second group elements all are the answer to this question. Now let us take from that only two. Magnesium and cobalt are two valence electrons in their outermost shell. Three elements with filled outermost shell. Children, 18th group elements. The last group elements are known as completely filled outermost shell. For example, helium, neon, argon. Which are the elements coming under that group? All are the answer to this question. From that, we can write here only three. Neon, argon, xenon. Listen children. The zero group elements. These elements are called zero group elements because there is no valence electron. There is no gap in the outermost shell. All the gaps are filled up by the electrons. Due to that reason, they are called noble gases, zero group elements, and inert gases. Children, now come to fourth question. What is asking here? Lithium, sodium, potassium or all metals that react with the water to liberate hydrogen gas. Is there any similarity in the atoms of these elements? And the second question B. Helium is an unreactive gas and neon is a gas of extremely low reactivity. What, if anything, do their atoms have in common? Now let us answer to this question. For first question is what? Lithium, sodium, potassium are all metals that react with the water to liberate hydrogen gas. Is there any similarity in the atoms of these elements? All the three elements shows same chemical nature. As what is common in that elements? They are one valence electrons in their outermost shell. This is the reason of that kind of reaction shown by all the three. They are one valence electrons in their outermost shell, and as a result of they are very unstable. Only one electron is there, because of that reason the removal and the involving in a chemical reaction very easily. So they readily react with the water to liberate hydrogen gas. They are also called alkali metals. Now come to second answer. What is asking in your second question? Helium is an unreactive gas and neon is a gas of extremely low reactivity. What, if anything, do their atoms have in common? Here also they are asking saying their outermost shells are full, leading to high stability. Yes children, I told you already, helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon all are coming under the group 18th. 18th group elements are completely filled elements. Yes, due to that reason they are having high stability. They do not react with any other element. If they are react in extreme circumstances, and they are called noble gases. Now come to fifth question. In the modern periodic table, which are the metals among the first 10 elements? Yes, see children, the modern periodic table and write answer yourself. Here lithium and beryllium are the two metals among the first 10 elements. Yes, now come to children sixth question. By considering their position in the periodic table, which one of the following elements could you expect to have maximum metallic characteristic? See, there are 5 elements are given. In such 5 elements, barium and gallium are the elements that shown metallic character. Now compare those two. Gallium is a bigger in size and has a greater tendency to lose electrons than barium. Therefore, gallium is more metallic character than barium. Children, up to now we are discussing about the modern periodic table trends such as atomic size and valency, electropositive character, metallic character or metallic character, electronegativity or non-metallic character. Children, now come to the question. This question is extra, but this is for your knowledge only. This is important for your exam point of view. See here, write block, group, period and number of shells of an following elements without seeing the periodic table. Children, here sodium and carbon is there. Without seeing the position of the sodium and carbon in the periodic table, now let's write the block, group, period and number of shells. See now, sodium atomic number is 11. According to that, write electronic configuration like this: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s, 1. S. Now let us write first block by seeing this electronic configuration. Yes, the outermost electron, valence electrons, is filled in which subshell? S subshell. That's why it belongs to the block S block. It belongs to the block S. And next, now come to the group. Look at children. Yes, you know that there are 18 groups are there. In that 18 groups, the S block is coming under first and second group. The P block is coming under from 13 to 18. P group. The D group elements or the D block elements are coming under the group from 3 to 12. Yes, the group. Now let us see the group. How many valence electrons are there here? 1. This valence electrons, it belongs to S block, and the S block elements are only two groups, first group and second group. The first group element, the 1 number indicates it belongs to first group. In case if here 2 is there, under the S block, it belongs to the second group. Suppose in case here 2 is there, under the S block, it belongs to the group 2. As here only 1 is there, the S block elements having two groups, first group and second group, so it belongs to the group first. Next, now come to period. Yes, children, the highest number is here how much? 3. The number indicates the main shell. The main shell is nothing but the period number. Here it belongs to third period. And the number of shells. The periods are nothing but number of shells. Here it is having 3 number of shells. Okay, children. Now come to the carbon. Carbon atomic number is 6. The electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p. How many is here? 2, 2p, 2. Now let's write one by one. Block, group, period, and number of shells. Look at children, block. The valence electron belongs to or filled in which subshell? P subshell. So it belongs to the block P. Yes. Now come to the group. Yes, children, the groups are the P block elements coming under the group from 13 to 18. Yes, from 13 you count 2 number from 13. 13 and 14. Yes, 13 and 14. Yes, this carbon element belongs to 14th group. It belongs to the group 14th. Okay, children, listen once again. The block is P because the valence electrons are filled in P subshell. So, it belongs to the block P. Next, the group. Now come to the group. P block elements coming under the group from 13 to 18. The valence electrons are only 2. So, you count the group number from 13. 13 and 14 is 2 electrons are there only. So 13 and 14, it belongs to the group 14th group. And now come to the period. Period number is your highest number is 2. It belongs to the period second and is having 2 number of shells. 2 number of shells. Like this, by seeing only the atomic number, we can easily say the block, group, period and number of shells of an element. See children, and write yourself any 2 elements, take and write the atomic number. After that, write block, group, period and number of shells yourself. Children, up to now we are discussing about the
trends of modern periodic table such as valency, atomic number, electropositive character or metallic character, electronegative character or non-metallic character, and some in-text questions. And the chapter is completed now. Yes, I hope that all of you understood very well. Thank you.